Now we're continuing the tour now on the outside of the Galleria. We're going to show you the mods we've made, and several of them are game changers. We have outside lighting. We have a light here at the step, and there's LED lights here on the step. On the passenger side, we have two outlets. They're great. We've used them for an outdoor cooking plate. We've used them for the Starlink. And then this is the air vent for our Truma system. The mirrors on both sides, they're adjustable electronically from the inside. Mirrors are also heated. This is our gas, our fuel here. You can see you open the door, and that's where the diesel goes in. It's great. You don't have to have a locking cap. It's always closed and locked up when you lock up the van. This is our water hookups and extra hookup for solar, cable, satellite. This is our regular city water intake. You can see I put a quick release on there so I can do a quick couple. We hook up our outside shower here, and then this switch over here is for the macerator pump that we use to empty our tanks. And when we talk about macerator pump, it's very different than a macerator toilet. So this is where our sewer hookup is. Since we have the macerator pump and both tanks go through the macerator pump, we only have one hose, one sewer connection. Also on the driver's side is where we hook up our power. It's a 30 amp plug. We have made a few modifications to the exterior of the van. We got a couple of recovery boards, not that we hope we ever need them, but just in case we do get stuck someplace when we're off-roading. And we have them attached with suction cups rather than magnets or hard bolted into there. These are called sea suckers. One of the common problems with these converted cargo vans is that the suspension, particularly in the rear, is designed for cargo, not for everything that gets put in when these vans get built out to live in. So the springs in the back will actually start to collapse because they're not made to hold about 11,000 pounds, which is what this coach weighs. So we upgraded the suspension. So here you can see the new springs we put in. They're much beefier than the ones that came with it. In addition to that, we put in new shocks and new bump stops. So the shocks that we got with the kit, and it all came from an outfit called Van Compass in Oregon. These are adjustable shocks. They have a reservoir, and you can adjust them very simply here. The shocks have three main settings, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is the softest, which is for your gravel, rocky, off-road. 2 is for your everyday driving, and within 2 there are 8 micro settings going from soft to firm. And then setting 3 is for highway driving in high winds when you need more stability. One of the remote camping sites we went to gave us the opportunity to use the number 1, the soft setting. When we went into the campground, we were on 2, and it was a pretty bumpy road, jostled us quite a bit. On the way out, we switched it to 1, the real soft one, and I'll tell you, it felt like we were on a smooth road. It was night and day difference, just amazing. Now we also put some all-terrain tires on. We used the Falcon Wild Peaks. We had great experience with them on our Jeep. They have a 60,000 mile warranty, and they last pretty close to that 60,000 miles. We also added this carrier to the back, and a couple of reasons for the carrier. Number 1, if you've been on our channel before, you know that Marcy has some mobility issues and she uses a scooter. And we were looking for a way to carry the scooter that didn't leave it exposed, picking up dirt and catching the rain and everything else. So when we were looking for some kind of a covered carrier, we came across this. It's called the Como, and it's made in Canada, and it's great. Designed for bikes, but what a huge amount of space it gives us. One of the main reasons that we liked this is that if you're familiar at all with enclosed carriers, most of them have lids you open and you have to reach in for. This one with the doors makes it a lot easier to put things in and out. And the other reason for that is the older I get, the harder it is to lift these 90 pounds for her scooter. So the carrier can hold up to 200 pounds, and it weighs about 200 pounds. And our hitch, our tongue weight for the hitch is up to 500 pounds. Another thing that I like that helped sell me on this is it has 2 parts for the carrier to hook up to the hitch. It bolts onto the end of the hitch, but gives it much more stability than if you just had that single hitch post coming out. So swinging this out is very simple. Undo that, we pull that out, and it slides so easily, takes almost no effort. And when it's installed, you can decide which side you want it to swing out on. And speaking of installation, when we ordered it, they told us it was going to be shipped by semi. If you have a residential delivery, it's an extra almost $400. So I called the guy that installed our suspension and I said, "Hey, Rocky, will you put this carrier on for us?" He said, "Sure, no problem." So we had it shipped to him, no additional shipping charge, and it cost me less than the extra shipping would have. Great deal. So when the carrier is all the way out, you can see we get access to the back doors. We also picked up a couple of these fuel containers. They're also on with the suction cups. The disadvantages of the carrier is it doesn't swing out far enough for us to leave the passenger side door open all the time. And then this is our storage in the back of the van. This is where we store the motor for the scooter because it detaches, and that way we put a little less weight in the carrier. And then back here we have our clam, we have our camp chairs, we have Luna's portable dog bed, we have an outside table, we have the outside floor mats, we have another small table. Okay, and then over on this side we have our levelers if we need to use them. We have some charcoal lighter. We also have an air compressor in there.